been operating since 1902, carrying locals and visitors alike. If you look to your left as we exit the tunnel, you'll see our transition mural showing cable cars past and present. The original cars, known as the Red Raiders, can be programmed with light shows marking festivals, charitable events and special occasions, such as ice and weather track divides. The cars have sets of double flange flat wheels, always guiding car 1 through the south part of the loop to your left and car 2 through the north to your right. To find out more about the cable car and how it works, we'll see two
Well, we left Wellington this morning, drove about an hour got hungry in a little town called Shannon and ate at the Horseman Cafe. Had a very good breakfast this morning at the Horseman Cafe. Well, we left Wellington this morning. We've been driving for an hour, a little over an hour I guess, up north of Wellington. Stopped at the Horseman Cafe for breakfast. And I think we've got probably 3 more hours left before we get to
Napier.
What's it called? Napier. Tomorrow we're going to do a wine tour. Yeah, we picked up a new car this morning, another Nissan with a different name. Forgot. I'll figure it out later. Take a picture of it or something. But right up and not too far from our hotel, we took a cab from the hotel to the budget rent-a-car. Got a car, and we'll have this one until we turn it back in at Auckland. Early morning in Napier. See a shrimp boat out there. Sun getting ready to come up. Looking to the east over the Pacific.
Want to try one?
I thought this was oh, I was afraid I was trespassing.
No, you're right. They all know me.
Oh shit, that's good.
They're very sweet.
You ain't kidding.
It's the only fruit that you can make wine out of without adding sugar. Grapes. They have such a high, even you touch them, your fingers get real sticky.
No, that's really good.
There you go.
Smell the oak?
Yeah.
What do I start you off? Rosé. What will say? Yeah. Slightly sweeter?
Yeah.
Okay.
The very top is Mardi sweet, isn't it? This is Pacific.
A boat out last night. Went out to the horizon and went back and forth. What are they doing?
Could be a scalloping, or there's no prawns out here, so
There's no prawns.
maybe
Okay.
fish.
I guess this is what we were looking at yesterday.
Look at all
All right, we're leaving. Leaving town. Tapir. Is it Tapir? That doesn't sound right for some reason. Anyway, going by the port, which I had some pictures yesterday from up high. I'm loading the ships here. A lot of logs and containers. Looks like they got grains bins there. Going to Rotura, I think it is. Got the thermal land there. Geysers and so forth. A couple of old geysers going to see geysers. Judy says speak for myself. Anyway, getting out of town. To the thermal park. A little rainy today, but right now it's subsided, and there's all kinds of, we haven't got to anything yet. We just walked in the door and now we're seeing what else we can see. If we had smell-o-vision, you would smell strong sulfur right now. There's all kinds of little birds flitting around over here. Yeah. It started raining now. Here's another shot of the one we were just looking at. They said they have crude oil in there. They actually can refine it and for lamps and so forth back in the day. That geothermal power was 15% the total power in New Zealand. Really foggy here. This is just right behind our hotel room. The geothermal stuff going on. That's really something. Even right around here, there's something right down here. Anyway, we're going to take a walk down there tomorrow and check it out. It's really something. That is our hotel back there. So we were looking at it off the balcony earlier. This is what we were looking at. It's a
It's important to understand those ways understand that mindset of our ancestors. There's that saying, you won't know where you're going until you know where you come from. These first two cases, and since 1967 you can actually see a photo on the wall there. These are the total intakes we've ever had for students, up until 2013. We're actually lucky because so in the wood carving school, octopus too. You've got eggs, corn, all sorts. This one over here, you've got things like ribbons, behind.
Is that a kiwi egg, I guess?
That's what I saw last night. Remember I told you there was 3 of them in the parking lot?
Oh, it's kiwis?
Eyes on the ground because they also fly. So they're also nocturnal. So when we go in, it's going to be quite dark. So give a bit of time for your eyes to adjust. And also for beauty care, they actually use this and put it on the face. It'll actually tighten the pores. Said to make you look a little bit younger as well, folks. So there you go. See it in places like the gift store.
The streaky train. Okay, we're coming up on Hobbiton, the Lord of the Rings movie set. Oh, yep, right up here. Well, a lot of people here already.
Yeah, well, they were coming by like crazy.
Entry, here we go.
Entry.
A lot of people waiting. The Shire's Rest. Got the parking.
There's the tour coordinator.
Parking. And we are here.
Hey guys! Oh, you got a nice little fellowship here, haven't we? Can I see everyone's tickets? Oh, it's a Kiwi! Yes! We're in now 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 tickets.
Beautiful firework for the Hobbit children right over there. The second time was in The Lord of the Rings and The Return of the King. It was when Frodo, Sam, Merry and Pippin were walking down this road going back home after destroying the ring. The third time was in the Hobbit movie when Bilbo Baggins was running down the hill all his way down here, was running down this pathway with his contract in hand, really for a few minutes to make sure that I have everyone and that nobody got Now that you're from Germany, where's the lovely lady over there? Where are you from?
This is like the love story. Lord of the Rings. The love story.
No, they are not real now. I mean, we do have a lot of.
当时那个 brother 应该是做什么？他找演员合这个水族箱有点意思。外面是花园。
I don't think I'd fit.
No, it's locked.
跳一个这个吧，这个是我觉得特别做的特别好。
这是英国人的一个形象。
the church. Kitchen sink. Yep, the Green Dragon.
Well, they used to eat them. You know, that was a big deal.
I think they still probably do.
England.
They made, when I was a kid, Well, we arrived at the church. I think that's what it's called, the church cottages. Yesterday afternoon, after a long day at the, what was that called? Hobbiton. Yeah, this is the church cottage accommodation. And I'm going to take a little ride this morning. It's typical up north, things don't get started very early. Or down south in this case. Oh, is it? I'll come. Cathedral Cove says drop off.
Oh, okay.
Well, that was a
Early morning. This is called the Coromandel. Big tourist place. We're at Hot Water Beach. I don't think we're going to be getting in the hot water today, but it's mighty pretty. So we made it to Hot Water Beach. Didn't try any of the hot water, couldn't find any hot water.
We didn't dig.
We didn't get in.
Found some lava rocks.
Yep, got lava rocks. Pumice as they call it, I think. Contributed our $4 to the good of something.
Good for them.
I think we figured out where pampas grass came from. It grows wild here in New Zealand. It is all over the place.
Waves Cafe. Got another spot on the hot water beach.
It looks about the same.
Do you want to stop?
Nah, I don't care.
Well, we made it into Auckland. I don't know if you can see the kind of the trademark spire up ahead. Got 2 kilometers for our exit. So anyway, we made it to Auckland, and we'll continue on.
Well, we made it to the fabled Auckland. We drove around town 3 or 4 laps. It's on a one-way street, and boy, we were about ready to shoot ourselves, but we found it. You had to, and there isn't any parking out front. You have to jump the curb, and to get it, of course, they valet park and all that, so that costs you extra, of course. But anyway, fairly nice room. It's got a nice big bed and got a mini bar, which we took everything out of and put all our refrigerated groceries in there instead. But now we're going to go to a luxurious dinner place called Taco Bell around the corner, and it has a swanky bathroom with our own robes. I'll be wearing my robe. So far, we haven't worn one yet, but it's a nice place. There's our place there.
Oh, is this it?
No, yeah, let's walk down. And they got the Louis Vuitton.
Oh, boy. Gotta go in there.
The Rolex over there. Gucci over here.
Prada.
Dior. Heading to, what's the name of the? Paihai. Then tomorrow we're going to take a whale and dolphin tour. We're, I don't know, an hour north of Auckland right now. Okay, it's supposed to be a 3.5 hour drive, but the map thing said 3, so anyway, as usual, we're early. So we'll be killing some time on the way, but it's still pretty country up here. We're getting towards the northern tip of New Zealand up here. All right, we made it to Paihai. That's in the northern tip of New Zealand. We're going on a whale and dolphin cruise today, and it's kind of the tourist street down there. We're going to go to a bakery we found yesterday and get us they had sandwiches. Get us something for lunch. It's we're going to be out for 4 hours or 4.5 hours, something like that. So anyway, we're on our way. This is the touristy section of Paihai. We heard something sound like a goat. All kinds of strange bird noises here. About early in the morning, 7:30 at the pier. There's where we're going to take off from, out there, I think. There's a Zane Gray's Restaurant and Grill.
But really good places to eat in this town. Hornies Garden would definitely be my favourite. tell you about that a little bit later. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to get out of this place, head around the corner to our right hand side, into our wonderful Bay of Islands, introduce you to a few islands out there, look for I told you there was a princess in the story. Now, Cook was a very lucky man. He was travelling with a Tahitian person by the name of Tupaia, and they found out when they got to New Zealand that the Tahitian language, Te Reo, the Maori language, fairly similar. They started what is now known as Project Island Song. Basically what they've done, they've eradicated all the pests and predators here in the Bay of Islands, on all the islands here, I should say. Now the island to our right hand side, this is Waiwai Toria. Now the Waiwai, they're your feet or even your footprints. The Toria and oyster catcher, oysters that much at all. They're more worried about the invertebrates that they can find in amongst the sand there. And they're nocturnal feeders, so what they do, they come down to the beach at night, poke their beak into the sand, find some invertebrates, have some. Pretty beautiful out here today though, not too much movement at all. But make sure you're holding on as you move around the vessel. Take a seat if you're unsteady on your feet. Finding a seat before the boat finds one for you is definitely more comfortable. Increasing speed though. Let's see what we can find out here. To get your distance photos of the hole in the rock off to our right hand side there. Well, here we are guys, the world famous in New Zealand hole in the rock. A little bit of action out here, a little bit of fishing action out here today, that's for sure. A few people are out here trying to catch some dinner. Now the name of this place in Māori, I mentioned motu. Take a whole bunch back and then sell them to your mates. I know what I'd have been doing. No more kokako on the island anymore, team. They've all died of hypothermia because people kept on plucking their feathers. No, that's not true, it's not true. They are fairly rare and endangered though. Tiritiri mātangi, a bird. Alrighty guys, let's get a little bit closer. Now, it's a iridescent blue colour. So the silver ones, the grey ones there, the True Valley I was talking about. Now, if you're a little bit nervous about this point in the trip, don't worry, you're not alone. It's alright. I've been doing it a couple of years now though, and there you go. Show you. I haven't seen how today too because it's been so rough. Just come into view on the right hand side now. Use the sky as your backdrop. Run your eyes down the edge of the island. Start up where the grass is, and as you come down the hill, leave the grass, you're going to go over her forehead, eyelashes, nose, lips, chin, neck. Keep on coming down. You've even got her pregnant belly all the way at the bottom there. Like I say, Wahine Moana, the lady of the ocean. Now, flash. Oh, that's a terrible way. I've got 5 children, guys. I'm sorry. The dad jokes just don't stop coming. The rocks. He's just flipping around. There, the flipper came out, waving around. Now, the Bay of Islands had a huge seal colony here back in the day. It's on the right hand side of that gut, right up and in there. Next, get this, it only took them 7 years to completely wipe out the seal colony here in the bay. Give you a bit of an idea of scale, just one boat in that 7-year period took 80,000 pallets out of the bay and its surrounding coastline. Phenomenal. Now, something in seal world where you breed where you're born. So we needed a female to turn up here, accidentally have pups. Those pups would then stay here all year round until you have that blue wristband, start making your way to the back of the boat, because we're almost ready for you to disembark.
Pahia this morning, about 10 minutes ago, and we're headed to Hokianga or something like that. I'll correct it on the title, but it's about an hour and 15 minutes. Then tonight we're going to go on a walk through the forest. I think it starts at about 4 o'clock. And then we won't get back to about 10, so we'll be sleepy. Then tomorrow we head back to Auckland. It's like a 4 hour and 15 minute drive, and then we'll be headed home the next day.
Well, we made it to our kind of our last destination. We're going to Auckland tomorrow, but just for one night and then get on the plane. But now we're at the Sands Hotel in Hokianga, I believe it is. Real pretty place. Gonna go on a tour this afternoon and into the evening. So we're just got here. They even let us check in early.
Along the trunks and things like that. So that's, yeah, a feature of our younger Cody. This one, or these ones in this area, around about 20 to 40 years old, just based on the size of the trees themselves. But you'll notice they're already the tallest trees in this area. And so that's a key feature of our Cody, is to be the tallest wherever they are, and that's because they're trees of light. And so if something is blocking the sunlight from the Cody, they'll try their hardest to go right through and punch to the top of the forest, but we only have around 3% of what used to be here, and so it's quite a lot less than what we used to have. But we were quite lucky because in 1952, a little over 100 years of logging had happened in our forest, and a man named Dr. William Roy McGregor actually petitioned the government to protect our forest here, making it a sanctuary. So this tree over here. And even this one is still rather small. The branches removing themselves, and then also the gum that bleeds out to protect our tree. Well, this is another protection ability of our tree. So in my hand is a piece of bark from our tree, and if you look up at the trunk, you'll notice a beautiful scaly pattern left in the trunk, or adult trees left in New Zealand as a whole. And so yeah, it is pretty important to be able to see large ancient trees such as himself. So that's why we acknowledge Poto. Para veronga para eraro cafe tamore eronga cafe tamore eraro tena cotepo tena cotepo te po orongo no E ngā tini mate ke wainga nui e a tātou haere rā o ki atu rā ki Hawaii ki te kai ngā tuturu Hawaii ki nui Hawaii ki roa Hawaii ki pamamau haere koutou. Ai ki ngā rangi tūhaha ki te tihi o manono I roko hina atu rā ko I o matua kore anake I riro I hoi ko ngā kete o te wānanga o ko te kete tua uri ko te kete tua tea ko te kete aro nui A ka tiri tiri a ka pau pau a kia papatu anuku Kia puta te ira tangata ki te whaia okay.
Holy mackerel.
Hear the owl?
Yeah. Oh, is that the owl?
That's that I was talking about earlier, yeah.
And what's this one called?
This one is Tane Mahuta.
Okay.
Yeah, so welcome. No mai haere mai to Tane Mahuta, to the god of our forest. So this here is the largest living Kauri tree on the planet. So he has a height of 52 meters tall, roughly 22 meters taller than the oldest tree, but he has a 13.7 meter circumference. So
This is the forest that we came to last night. Got those huge kauri trees. I think I'm saying that right. There's one right straight ahead. Not near as big as the ones we were seeing last night. And the ferns, the tree ferns. All preserved land owned between the Maori and the government, the New Zealand government. Quite a place.
Going up the Sky Tower. We finally made it here.
Count every boat now.
And we're going to count the boats. That's the bridge we just came over, coming into the city. Now we're at level 60. We were at, I think, 52, something like that. Now we're at level 60. This is as high as you can go. Doesn't look a whole lot different, does it? Smaller diameter.
Sure, I don't know.